So there's some new papers published on mitochondria and showing how they're like the driving force of the cell, and they seem to even control the nucleus. And I figured it out. I surmised this probably 10 or 15 years ago, just from looking inward. And from what I could tell from looking at the mitochondria directly, like with my awareness or like with the water, they are more like it's almost more appropriate to say that the body is controlled via the mitochondria, and the mitochondria are like this jack-in point for more or less the bacteria. So there's like this spiritual plane that is more bacterial in origin, and your identity and what you are and everything has this like diffuse, like it's almost like the spirit. I don't know how to go too far with it, but there's this massive bacterial influence, and so the bacteria around you and kind of in your gut interface with the mitochondria to basically control the body like an avatar. So as far as I could surmise, animal bodies are more or less avatars for bacterial consciousness, which is controlling the animal body by more or less logging in or jacking into it via the mitochondrial radio frequency. And yeah, that seems totally schizophrenic and all that, but I think it's kind of cool. This recent paper, I'll link it below, and another video talking about it. The paper, everything that you would expect to be if that theory was true, that's what mitochondria are kind of like. The data matches the schizophrenia, which I just thought that was cool, because that was what nobody was talking about mitochondria back when I had that insight. And you know, maybe it is just schizophrenic nonsense, but yeah, I find it fascinating. I've had several of the old school predictions of like back when I was like a molecular biologist and doing intensive introspection. And yeah, so it's just one of the interesting things, I think. And then yeast is, I think yeast might be the basis of the ego, or the seed of it. Like, I think the yeast insert the egoic resonance into the body, and I don't think any of this is bad or good or anything else. It's obviously like a single system, because you have that single-celled eukaryotic consciousness, you know, cohabitating in the body. And if you look and you listen, you can hear that you're sharing internal dialogue with all of this, like your body, cells, parasites, bacteria, mental noise, like all of this is creating what is experienced as the internal dialogue. And the internal dialogue, if you focus in on it enough, it actually starts to resolve itself as an image. So it's like your thoughts are somewhat like a magic eye poster, and it's like your thoughts are actually the world. Everyone thinks, oh no, it's not the thoughts. The thoughts are like actually the world. And so when you see that, then you can see that your inner dialogue and everything is actually linked to actual structures, actual things, actual stuff in the world. And then there's an entire realm that's quote unquote made out of thought. The same way that there's an entire realm made out, like most people use thought as a computer screen because an aspect of that realm is used as a computer screen. But just like you go, oh, the computer screen, what's it made out of? It's made out of glass, and it's like 3D, and it's right there, and it's like there's an entire world around the computer screen made out of the same matter that the computer screen is made out of. But when you're looking at when you look at a character on a screen, what's that character made of? It's not made out of anything. Like the screen's made out of something, the character's not. And so the thoughts are, when you're using reality like a screen. And so in some sense they're illusory, but they're not any more illusory than the screen is illusory. Like it's right here, you can reach out and touch it. And so you can do, as far as I can tell, I was doing research like that 10, 15 years ago, and I don't know, 80, 90% hit rate. after the papers get published in terms of like how the body actually operates and like my anatomical or my physiological understanding from it. But yeah.